As we conclude the innovation session and awards this morning, we do want to change directions for just a minute. On December 20th of last year, the field of social entrepreneurship lost one of our pioneers, one of our groundbreakers, and one of our innovators in Greg Dees. And many of us lost a friend, a mentor, an advisor, and a colleague. So as we thought about how we could best honor Greg's legacy at this Ashoka U exchange, it just seems so fitting because of who he is and what he's done and what he represents that we shared that legacy at the conclusion of our Innovation Awards presentation. So what I'd like to do is bring up Matt Nash. Matt is one of the leaders of, a former colleague of Greg, a leader of the campus-wide social entrepreneurship initiative at Duke, for some remarks and a short video, and then he'll be followed by some closing comments from Ashoka's president, Diana Wells. Matt.
Thanks, Ron. Thanks, Ron. I was just thinking that the last time I saw you, Ron, was at dinner with Greg a couple of years ago when you were visiting campus with some students and other faculty colleagues. So I appreciate this opportunity. As Ron said, on December 20th, we lost someone in the field of social entrepreneurship who was a pioneer, an advocate, a true change maker, a mentor, and friend. But with the passing of Greg Dees, we lost someone much more important than just a thought leader or inspiring teacher. We lost an extraordinarily kind, compassionate, humble man of great integrity, as many of those of you who had a chance to know Greg may have known. A true social entrepreneur working tirelessly within the academy, Greg, I like to say, was the Johnny Appleseed of social entrepreneurship. From his earliest days teaching at Yale School of Management and having his students say, why can't we do nonprofit projects within the entrepreneurship course, to then moving over to Harvard and starting the first known course on social entrepreneurship, and he helped launch the Initiative on Social Enterprise. Later moving to Stanford as the co-founder of the Center for Social Innovation, and then coming to Duke at last in 2001, where he co-founded our Center for the Advancement of Social Entrepreneurship. Greg was the Johnny Appleseed, and along the way he seeded innovations, fertilized ecosystems, harvested knowledge in ways too numerous to mention here. Although I never had the benefit of having Greg as a professor, I had the great joy of working with him for the past 9 years, and he was my teacher and mentor on a daily basis. It's really not an overstatement to say he changed my life, and like for those of you who may have had a chance to work with Greg, you are fortunate to count yourself among the D's mentees, as we used to say. We thought the best way to pay just a few moments of tribute to him today were perhaps through the words of a few of those students he touched over the years who gave.
I'll just say a few words. Greg has been a co-builder with Ashoka, a thought partner, a leader, someone who brings purpose to everybody he encounters. He helped the field move beyond anecdote to rigor through case studies by showing what works, what doesn't work, and asking the questions why. Field building needs that. Examples aren't enough. And the work that he did through CASE helped push those boundaries, helped us all rethink. In 2008, with partnership with the Aspen Institute, Ashoka was able to award Greg the Pioneer for Social Entrepreneurship Education Award at a gathering at CASE. And I was asked to join the CASE board in 2005 and had the privilege of seeing how Greg's personal qualities inspired the trusted network that he let free in the world. He helped build the Open Innovation Society that he began to see that the individual examples are not enough, that we have to build an ecosystem. He did that through his leadership at CASE, he did it through his students, he did it through the partners and peers to grow the field. And so that we have the rigor, the analytical rigor for what works, so we have the case, beyond case studies, to think through what are the institutional supports that are really going to take the field to the next level. There's no better way to honor his legacy than for all of us to go back to our institutions and not only ask the